Tulsa King Season 3 Episode 6 Trailer, BubblesNew. York Mafia capo Dwight, the general, Manfredi is released from prison after 25 years and exiled by his boss to set up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Realizing that his mob family may not have his best interests in mind, Dwight slowly builds a crew. Everything seems to be on the verge of collapse by the conclusion of Taylor Sheridan's Tulsa King Season 3 Episode 5. Yes, Dwight's empire is growing, but at what price? His adversaries are circling, his troops are disintegrating, and he is overcommitting himself. Although Margaret's political maneuver might secure her the ranch, it runs the risk of igniting Dwight's already precarious business. What about Tyson? He is finally realizing that sometimes moderation is the key to true power as he enters maturity. Quiet Ray's murmurs and the AI bourbon plot are only seedlings today, but they will eventually bloom into serious issues. This episode not only advanced the plot but also laid the groundwork for future developments. Furthermore, I don't think anyone is prepared for the consequences. Dwight agrees to meet Deacon. Dwight receives a call from Deacon asking him to set up a meeting before he can handle Bill's information dump. When Dwight tries to reschedule the meeting, Deacon gives him 5 minutes to change his mind before hanging up. Dwight receives a second call from Musso as soon as Deacon ends the call, instructing him to disregard what he is doing and approve the meeting with Deacon. This demonstrates that Dwight has bugged his phone, which is why Musso is aware of everything he does. I had assumed that someone on Dwight's team was giving Musso information, but it turns out that Dwight's phone has a bug that is doing the work. Anyway, Dwight assures Deacon that he is prepared to meet him because it is obvious that he has no other option. Deacon had arrived at Bread $2 Saloon long before Dwight answered yes, suggesting that he was aware that the meeting would take place regardless of Dwight's wishes. Dwight and Tyson arrive inside the bar, but he instructs Tyson to wait outside so he won't witness his encounter with Deacon. Dwight wants to talk to Deacon as quickly as possible, but Deacon obviously wants to take his time and fully understand Dwight and his company. After some back and forth, Dwight finally says that he intends to blow up the Dunmeyers' opulent mansion and asks Deacon to create a unique explosive that can do it all at once. The process begins when Deacon sets his price and Dwight retrieves the advance payment from his locker. Dwight didn't want Tyson to see Deacon, but Tyson does catch a glimpse of him as he departs the pub. Naturally, he has no idea who that is yet, but Tyson will likely feel guilty that Dwight kept the entire situation from him if the connection between Dwight and Deacon is ever revealed. Aside from all of that, we witness someone photographing Deacon, who turns out to be Bill's man, leaving the Bread $2 Saloon. Jeremiah plans to ruin Dwight's launch party. Cole tries to talk to his father at the Dunmeyer estate about how they should avenge Dwight, but it appears that Jeremiah is not in the mood for all that. Cole has failed to safeguard the digital aspect of the Dunmeyers' liquor business, and he let himself be captured by Dwight, which led Jeremiah to release the alcohol. As a result, if Cole was having trouble keeping Jeremiah's favor earlier, it will be much harder now. In any case, Jeremiah gives Cole instructions to gather a group of 8 men in case they need to go. In the meantime, Jeremiah meets with Attorney General Sackrider, I promise that's the character's real name, and basically threatens him that things will go south for both Dwight and Sackrider if he doesn't send a health inspector to Montague Distilleries and shut it down right away. Sackrider became Attorney General thanks in large part to Jeremiah. Jeremiah now wants him to repay him for that kindness. Cole leaves to hang out with Spencer at the Bread $2 while all of this is going on. She seemed to have developed a liking for him, and it is most likely reciprocal. In the meantime, Jeremiah meets with Attorney General Sackrider, I promise that's the character's real name, and basically threatens him that things will go south for both Dwight and Sackrider if he doesn't send a health inspector to Montague Distilleries and shut it down right away. Sackrider became Attorney General thanks in large part to Jeremiah. Jeremiah now wants him to repay him for that kindness. Cole leaves to hang out with Spencer at the Bread $2 while all of this is going on. She seemed to have developed a liking for him, and it is most likely reciprocal. The majority of the visitors, including Margaret and Thresher, have arrived and are eager to sample the bourbon, so Cleo asks Joanne where Dwight is. However, they cannot begin the proceedings until Dwight arrives. Health Inspector Leary arrives to evaluate the facility before Dwight can arrive. When Joanne becomes agitated, Bodhi is forced to draw her aside so she may